Yo, what's up? Let's go. Since I've gotten my license, I like driving more and more. Sometimes I just drive around for fun because it's relaxing and you can listen to music and it's just something to do. Hi, I'm Eugene. I'm 17 and I've been driving for about a year.
You may have noticed in the pages of USA Today this week a story by Robert Davis, 16. Is it too young to drive a car?
Beautiful 2012 Mazda Speed 3 right here. Hello, my name is Jeremy. I'm a safe driver when I want to be safe. I like to have a little bit of fun sometimes, but nothing too insane.
Teens are risky, they take risky behavior, and they really need to learn how to drive in the safest conditions.
Do I think I drive safely? No, I don't drive safely at all, but I haven't gotten in a crash yet, so I think it's fine.
Car crashes are the #1 cause of death for teens.
Do you think you're a dangerous driver?
I think I can be, but I try my best to do nothing that'll endanger anybody but myself.
In 2017, nearly 5,000 people were killed in crashes involving the drivers ages 15 to 20.
Teenage brain is not yet fully developed. Error was the cause. Driving prevalence is highest
and
amongst
judgment is also playing a big factor.
What are some of the pros of teen driving? Gosh, is there any?
Well, some of the pros are, learning responsibility, having some independence.
It's part of the ritual of growing up, I think, and it provides independence for students.
I think everybody should have that right to be able to learn how to drive.
It's good for hanging out with your friends and stuff.
It's something that I enjoyed as a 16-year-old, and I think it's something that should continue.
If the teen can't drive themselves, the parent has to drive them. And that causes more car trips.
Your parents can have a lot more time to do what they like.
Some people need to get around without their parents.
Learning when maybe they are a little bit intimidated about the process is not necessarily a bad thing, because that helps them really take it seriously to make sure that they're really giving their full attention to driving safely on the road.
What do I say to parents and teenagers who don't want teenagers like me to drive? I'd say they're correct. The roads would be way safer if people like me weren't driving.
In general, the older you are, the more this judgment center develops.
The brain is still in the process of developing, and the prefrontal cortex is the part of your brain that's in charge of executive functioning, planning, inhibition, and that doesn't stop developing until your early to late 20s.
I can speak for myself too. When you're a teenager, your decision-making skills maybe aren't the best, because you kind of feel invulnerable when you're a teenager, and when you're behind the wheel of a car, it can be a dangerous situation.
I've had one friend that has died when we were teenagers. He wasn't buckled up, and he got ejected from his car and got instantly killed.
Personally, I was involved in a car crash, and it was a teenage driver.
The second friend that I had that died was just driving on a Sunday afternoon, and unfortunately got hit by a drunk driver, and his car caught on fire, and he died immediately as well.
Do you think 15 is too young of an age to drive?
I think with supervision, 15 is acceptable. Without supervision, I would be a little nervous.
Yes, definitely. Too young.
Not at all. I am very excited to have my kids drive.
Yes.
Yeah, I do.
Kids don't know better at that age.
15 years old is premature.
I think what we have right now is good.
I think 15 is probably an appropriate age to start learning the fundamentals of driving.
I think 15 is a little young.
I mean, probably too young to drive by yourself, but maybe not with another adult in the car.
Yeah, I do. Some people are quite immature 15-year-olds, so that's kind of what I feel.
Yeah, I think one way to improve the accident rate is
implementing more practice with teenagers.
Being part of the curriculum, like a mandatory class.
I don't care what the hours are. It has to be some minimal viable amount of hours supervised with a licensed practitioner.
The general instructions when adults are present, or like a driving instructor is present, are really good for teaching those habits.
You wouldn't let somebody jump in a plane with their parent and say, we're gonna fly, you know?
Despite a steady decline in the number of teenagers dying from car crashes, it is still their leading cause of death. Though this issue affects teenagers across the nation, there have been steps taken through innovation and legislation to fight it. Nevertheless, the numbers don't lie. These affected individuals don't lie. This is what I would do if I were elected to Congress.
Woo!